Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Resonance. I'm Mark, and I'm so happy you are here with me today. Imagine walking into a store, seeing shelves full of colorful clothes, shiny electronics, or fresh fruits and vegetables. Everything looks interesting, and you want to find the right thing, ask the right questions, and make your shopping easy and enjoyable. That feeling of walking around a store and knowing exactly what to say in English makes shopping much more comfortable. Today, we're going to explore all the useful sentences and expressions you need for shopping, including words for asking, checking, buying, paying, and even returning items. By the end of this episode, you'll feel ready to shop confidently in any store, supermarket, or market. Let's begin with the first moments you enter a shop. One of the first things you might say is, "Excuse me, could you help me, please?" This is polite and friendly, and it works everywhere, whether it's a clothing store or a supermarket. Another useful phrase is, "I'm just looking, thank you," when you want to browse without immediate help. These small sentences help you feel relaxed and polite at the same time. Now imagine you see something you like. You need to ask about the price. You can say, "How much is this?" For example, "How much is this shirt?" Or, "How much is this bag?" Another sentence is, "Do you have this in my size?" For example, "Do you have these shoes in medium?" These questions are very common and essential in almost every store. You can also ask about color. "Do you have this in another color?" Or, "Can I see this in red?" When it comes to trying clothes, you can politely say, "Can I try this on?" Or, "Where is the fitting room?" For example, "Excuse me, can I try these trousers on?" Using these phrases makes the shopping experience smoother, and shop assistants are happy to help when you ask politely. If something doesn't fit, you can ask, "Do you have a bigger size?" Or, "Do you have a smaller size?" In supermarkets, shopping phrases are slightly different. You often need to ask, "Where can I find the bread?" Or, "Where is the dairy section?" For example, "Excuse me, where can I find the fresh fruits?" If you want a specific quantity, you can say, "Can I have half a kilo of apples, please?" Or, "Can I have 2 packets of pasta?" These phrases help you get exactly what you want without confusion. Sometimes you might notice a discount or sale. You can ask, "Is this on sale?" Or, "Do you have any discounts?" For example, "Excuse me, is this t-shirt on sale?" Or you can ask for advice. "Can you recommend something?" For example, "Can you recommend a good shampoo?" These sentences are very practical in supermarkets, pharmacies, and specialty stores. When buying electronics, you may need to ask more detailed questions. For example, "I'm looking for a new phone," or "I'm looking for headphones with good sound." If you are unsure which product to choose, you can ask, "Which one is better?" Or, "Can you show me the features of this product?" Using these questions politely helps you get exactly what you need without feeling lost. At the cashier, you will need some essential phrases. You can say, "Can I pay by card?" Or, "Do you accept credit cards?" If paying with cash, you might say, "Can I have a receipt, please?" Or, "Can you give me a bag, please?" These small sentences make payment easy and polite, You can also add, "Thank you very much," when you finish to show appreciation. Sometimes you may want to return or exchange an item. You can politely say, "Can I return this?" Or, "Can I exchange this for a different size?" For example, "Can I return this jacket? It doesn't fit." Or, "Can I exchange these shoes for a bigger size?" Using these phrases politely makes the process smooth and professional. Another important group of phrases is when asking about freshness or quality. You can say, "Is this fresh?" Or, "When does this expire?" For example, "Excuse me, are these vegetables fresh?" Or, "What is the expiration date of this yogurt?" These questions are very useful in supermarkets, bakeries, and markets. Sometimes you want to check if the store has something specific. You can say, "Do you have this product?" Or, "Is this available?" For example, "Do you have this brand of cereal?" Or, "Is this milk available in large bottles?" These phrases help you avoid confusion and save time. Politeness is very important in shopping. Always remember to say "please" and "thank you." For example, "Can I have a bag, please?" Or, "Thank you for your help." These small words make interactions more friendly and positive. You can also say, "Excuse me," when you need someone's attention, like, "Excuse me, could you help me with this?" Sometimes you want to ask for more information about a product. You can say, "Can you tell me more about this?" Or, "What are the ingredients?" For example, "Can you tell me more about this coffee?" Or, "What are the ingredients in this cake?" These questions are very useful when you care about quality, nutrition, or suitability. Let's practice some of these sentences together. How much is this? Do you have this in another color? Can I try this on? Where is the bread section? Is this on sale? Can I pay by card? Can I return this? Do you have this product? Excuse me, could you help me? Can you tell me more about this? As you can see, shopping in English is not difficult if you know the right sentences. Whether it's asking about price, size, color, quality, payment, or returns, these phrases help you communicate clearly and politely. The key is to practice them every day until they feel natural. You can even imagine small conversations while shopping. For example, at the clothing store. "Excuse me, do you have this in medium?" "Yes, here it is." "Can I try it on?" "Of course. The fitting room is over there." Or at the supermarket. "Where can I find the milk?" "It's in aisle 3. "Thank you very much." Practicing these dialogues in your mind or out loud will help you feel ready for real-life shopping. Now imagine going to a market or store and being able to ask confidently, "Do you have this in red?" "Can I have 2 kilos of apples?" "Can I pay by card?" "Can I return this if it doesn't fit?" You see, a few simple sentences can make shopping easy, stress-free, and even fun. So today, we explored a wide range of shopping phrases: entering the store, asking about items, checking sizes, colors, and quantity, requesting help, paying politely, asking about offers, returning or exchanging items, and checking quality. These sentences, if practiced regularly, will give you confidence and make shopping in English natural. Thank you so much for joining me today on English Resonance. Keep practicing these sentences. Imagine yourself in real shops, and soon shopping will feel easy and enjoyable. Every phrase you learn brings you closer to fluency. I'll see you next time, and until then, happy learning and happy shopping.